Hey everybody, it's JJamJim. Welcome back to City Skylines. This is episode 14 of this series. And I was looking at what we did last time, and of course the last episode I did, I was a little jet lagged, as I had mentioned. And I don't hate what we did. I think we can build upon it. I like how this is looking. I like how it's working. A couple things I want to do in this episode. One, we absolutely need to fix this. As I was watching trains come in before I started recording, I noticed that the cargo trains are starting to back up at times, and the passenger trains are having to wait for them as they merge through. And this junction isn't great. It's too short, and we need to make it so the cargo trains do not move through the train station, but rather on a side pass. We're gonna have to fix that. That's gonna be one thing. The other thing I would like to do is cross the highway over here. Probably do a little bit more zoning over here first, but then I want to cross the highway and fill in a little bit more farming here, a little bit more rural farming, but maybe a little more grid-like, perhaps. And then over here, this is an oil reserve, I believe, which we could play with as well. But I think I'd like to do is expand the city down and around this and sort of connect it to here, creating sort of a bit of a grid here just to make it a little less boxy right here and make it seem like it's spilling off into over here, and then on the other side can be some farmland and things. I'm just trying to kind of figure out how to connect things. I also want to make sure that we're expanding the population, because I want to make sure we're hitting these milestones. So our next one is 24,000, which is quite a bit of people. But if we create a few more small towns, and then we definitely need to get to our downtown area. That will start to spike the population pretty hard, because most of that will be high density. But that's a lot to do. So let's just get right to it here. All right. So I'm gonna pause the game. There we go. Let's destroy this. We're going to need to figure out a better way to get through here. And I think what that will mean, because this is coming right from the region currently, and this is the end, right? Oh no, we have this tile, but I don't think we're going to buy this one quite yet. So we don't really have the ability to change that just yet. But what we need to do is make it faster for the cargo trains to hit... we need to make it faster for them to go around the train station rather than through it. And where we kind of have things placed currently is not necessarily faster. So what we're going to do is kind of redo a little bit of this. I'm just going to redo this whole part. I know it looks like a lot. It looks a little daunting, but never fear. We will get it. All right. So if this... I think what we need to do is this needs to come around. We just need to move it further away from the train station so it's faster. So it's faster for them to get through. So let's go down to maybe like to be a nice gentle slope. If it did like to there, and then basically go. I know we broke that. And that's okay. Can I get under there? I can right there, actually. That looks pretty low to me, though. I'm actually surprised the game let me do that. What if... Can I go straight through here? Okay, I can do that. So let's work with that instead. I really like that curve, but we'll just redo it. Now, what I'd like to do... be able to just have the wrong tool clicked. Just maybe eyeball that. That looks about right to me. Okay, I can live with that. Cool. So then this will connect up to there. That. Okay. And then back here, create our something like that. Yeah. Just have a turnaround. Okay, and that will give us a lot more lead room. So now it's going to be faster to go there. And then we'll have the offshoot. I don't know if I actually needed to delete the train station. But that is okay. You know what? While I have a little bit of room, let's do something that I kind of like to do sometimes, which is good for a couple reasons. Let's go right off of this. Okay, so I'm going to go straight. I'm going to do the perfect curve. And I'm going to go 5 units by... I think that's 6, actually. Let me try off the road guidelines here. There, that's 5. Okay. And then straight. Okay. Actually, let me do this side first. So we'll do another 5. 5 by 5. Okay, and then straight. And the reason I like to do this is, one, it puts the train station on its own road, which kind of feels like that's something that should be, just in general. And 2, it gives you a little bit more space, not a lot, but a little bit more space so the noise doesn't cause as much problems to as many residents. Now, it's pretty negligible at this point, but it is fun. I also like to do this with the cargo stations. It just feels a little bit more like a hub at this point, rather than just on the main street. You know, like you have to turn in to go to the train station. That just feels a little bit more natural to me. And I really do want to terraform this, but I think we'll worry about some of that stuff once we add in some mods later on. Okay, and then this is just going to go like that. Great. So now they won't go through the train station because it shouldn't be faster. Now we'll hit play here. I think we're going to have power problems. Indeed we are. That should connect. Should connect. And it does. Great. See, now the cargo train is now using the main area. Oh, I just noticed that this is not great. Rail can be very, very tricky, and very, very challenging to get right, because the trains, you know. So let's see if we can get. I want to have it come in. Maybe this one is the problem. Okay, that's a little bit better. Yep, there they go. Recorrect themselves. So you come in. You're going to go straight. Great. And then the passengers trains, which... Okay, here comes another cargo. Passengers should be coming through. Maybe the other direction. See, now the cargo station... No, the cargo train is no longer connecting. So they have free bypass to go where they need to go. And our passenger trains... Where are you, passenger trains? Where are the passenger trains? A lot of cargo. A lot of cargo. And that's what you get when you have a cargo hub. Here comes the train. They're going to... Oh, that one's going to skip the station, I guess. That is totally okay. They're allowed to do that. But yeah, once you build a cargo hub, a cargo terminal, it really, really does create a lot of cargo train traffic, which can back up very, very easily. Let's see if they're going to go here. Nope. Not yet. Maybe this one. Nope. Okay. Well, we'll leave it, and we'll come back to it. All right. So let's fill in. I'm going to dot a few more high-density buildings. A few apartment buildings along here. And what we also need to do, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to intersperse it with some commercial. Just low density, though. There we go. And maybe even on this elevated area, a little office, because that will start to build up along the road, and that should look pretty snazzy. Very cool. This is a nice little hub here. So what we also could do at this point is actually create a train line from here to here and back. Now, I don't know how much people are going to use it. I guess it is currently the only public transportation we have, because really only tourists are using our trains right now. As you can see, 26 residents per week are using it. But I think because we don't have an actual train line in the city, our residents are using it to go out into the region, basically. So they're not using it to move between from here to here because they can't. But they are using it to go out into the region and do shopping or go to school or what have you. So let's create a stop. And we will connect these two train stations and see how much that line is used. There. That should be really good. Now, that will obviously spawn more trains. So, yeah, as you can see, 26 people are heading to Vermont, which is, you know, a made-up city somewhere out in the region that we can't access, right? But what should happen now, that's going to Vermont. Should spawn our own trains here. There we go. Passenger train. So this is our train. I'm going to change the, so I'm going to go to line details. And here's where you can change the colors. And this is really nice. This came with the mass transit. It shows you where each train is on the line and how many passengers they're carrying. It shows you along their route. It also shows you how many people are at each stop. So you can actually add or subtract vehicles based on you know, demand. And it's nice. You can see how they are. It actually does a really nice job of splitting them, keeping them spaced apart just enough to make it so they're not all crunched up on top of each other. Let's do... Why don't we try a white train? That might be kind of fun. Let's do a white train. Okay, so that one's obviously carrying 0 passengers, but you can see if anybody is coming to the station, and we'll see if it picks up anybody. Now, it's only our first one, so it takes a little bit for it to get here and for people to figure out to use it. Okay, so it only has 3, but that will grow over time as we get more population, you know, on the other side here and things like that. Train stations are tough. Train traffic is very challenging because there's so many modes of transportation in City Skylines, which is awesome. There's just, I mean, endless possibilities, right? We could do some city with every type of public transportation, or you could do a city with just like 1 or 2 types of transportation. That it opens it up to however you want to play the game, right? I'm just trying to show all different kinds and how they're used. Okay, so now 11. See, more people are coming in. Oh, we seem to be having a sewage problem. Now, the sewage problem could be because we have a power issue. It doesn't seem that our sewage is blocked. It seems that we have a power problem. Which could be the case. Although... Could it actually be a sewage problem? My gut says it's not. But let's... Wait. Let's grab another... We should be ahead of it, though. That's interesting. I wonder why they are complaining about this. Actually, slightly confused. Because our sewage treatment says we're okay. And it doesn't seem that we're out of power for them, so it's a little confusing. But for now, let's place down... It doesn't quite fit, does it? We could do another solar updraft tower. Let's do it and add to the grid. Oh, I know why. Wait, no, because this is all connected. Let me just see if the power problem fixes it. Okay, and it does. Very interesting. Okay, so now we got a couple of these huge things over here, and the terrain is not in our favor here, but looks a little silly. But again, if you don't want to do a lot of terraforming, you can, fairly easily cover this with some trees or rocks or the overgrowth and kind of make it feel like it's on its little hill versus just, the square hill aspect of it. Definitely ways to do all that, right? You start to add some growth and things, and it doesn't start to, you blend it with the main ground. I'm just going to show you a little bit here what I'm talking about. And these come with park life. I don't know if these were actually added in the main update, but just add some rocks and things. Those are destroying the overgrowth things, but that's okay. I'm just going to show you here what I mean. Now, of course, it's a little finicky, right? Because you can't overlap certain things, you can't go on it, but perseverance is the key to winning vanilla. Okay, so now if we put these back, they will overlap with the rocks very nicely. Oh, and we're safe. There. See how that just hides that just ever so, just enough, right? Because now that feels like indeed it is up on a hill, but it doesn't feel like it's just simply that square. It feels like it's a little bit more smoothed out. It feels a little bit more intentional. So there are simple ways to do it. It's not perfect by any means. In fact, this is overlapping the ground. But, it's not perfect, but it does look a lot better than it did. So, just, little things like that. Alright, so let's, while we have some time, oh goodness, we are just running out of time quickly here. Time flies when we're playing this game, it's ridiculous. So, I think instead of the farm, for now, I want to move down here. And I think I want to do that with an avenue, because we're going to have to sift some traffic down through here. So let's grab the decorative grass one, and we'll just pull it from, let's see, why don't we make a turn right here? Go straight across, and then I'm gonna back it up a little bit. One more, and then we're going to curve kind of along here, just like that, and then we're going to connect up to there. We're going to keep this going straight, and then we'll connect this up very, very smoothly. About there. Great. What that will do for us over here is now we just don't have, this road that's just stopped, right? We can expand it and actually create another little road. I don't know if I want to make a 4-way intersection there. I may actually just come off of here with it. But I am going to want to connect it up somewhere. I guess here is as good a place as any. So let's go like that. Cool. A little bike road along the way here. And then what we'll do is we'll expand our neighborhoods. Every other, I think. Oh, the fire station is there. It's not a problem. Just move it. Obviously, sending those people packing, but that's okay. So we'll just have a couple cut-throughs there. And then perhaps we can do something like that. That's good. I'm okay leaving that space open. And then we can fill this with more residents. But I think I'd like to split the commercial by putting a path through here. And I'd like to use this park path that comes with park life. Just breaks up the commercial districts. Creates a walking path there. Make that commercial. I don't think I'm going to zone on this side of the road. Because if you're facing, I want you to be able to face. Plus, I don't want them in the water, and the ground is going to raise up to level the house, and I don't want to do that to the shoreline. So let's do it on this side. I think this is all going to be residential. We may need another. Could probably put like a park or something in here. See how to raise it up there? Yeah, I don't want to do that. That house will go away, though. I just de-zoned it. At some point it will. But there. Now that feels a lot more natural, right? Now we just don't have the straight road with, the straight buildings coming off of it. Now it's curved. It's following the contours of the land, of the water, all that stuff. Okay. So as you come through here, let's do some more neighborhoods. And I think we'll do them angled, coming right into here. So this is just going to be like a nice little neighborhood right here. And I think we'll also expand it onto the other side as well. I want it to feel a little bit more suburby over here because we are going to do that farmland. So I don't want it to feel too grid-like, but let's just play around. I don't even remember what got that back. Let's see. Let's do that. I am going to do that. Actually, try to get something in between this. So I'm not going to go with the node, but perhaps something like that. Let's curve along here. Working with the highway a little bit. And let's just, I wonder if I can get that one real nicely to connect with that. Okay, there it is. There's the line. It's right around there. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I wonder if I can actually make that. See, make that a little bit more. There we go. There. See how it's a little more curvy now? Using that perfect curve tool, or the curved road as it's so aptly named, is really, really nice. Is this gonna give me a straight? Yeah. Looked a little off there. But so we'll go up there, and then let's do one road like... Let's do one road like that. Then let's make a road going like this. And it will be a dead end. And then we'll do our little cul-de-sac trick here. There we go. Do the same thing over here. I'm gonna curve this road to like that. It's a little bit of a hill over here. That's okay. little bit on an angle there, but that's all right. Okay. Now we have a little, like, alien with some eyes. Kind of looks like a Pac-Man character. I think... Let's do a similar thing over here as well. Okay. It's a little close to the highway, but we can give the highway some sound barriers there to protect them from the sound, and then we'll put in some trees to also, you know, kind of clear out some of that nasty highway noise. Although personally, I kind of like highway noise. If it's too quiet when I sleep, I have trouble. I have trouble sleeping if it's too quiet. I find myself trying to listen for sounds. So when I stay in like a hotel that's near a highway, I actually enjoy the soothing hum of the cars passing by. Okay, I like that. It's a little unorthodox of a neighborhood, but it does feel very suburby. Or at least what we want it to be in terms of suburby. You know what we're going to do right here? We're going to make a roundabout just for fun. So let's go, let's see. 2 tiles. 2 tiles. Alright, destroy that. We'll destroy that. And this will give us, all of these are now even, and it'll give us a really, really nice little roundabout. I'm going to make it 2-lane, one-way with trees, because when you make them with trees, they cannot park on the roundabout. And then now you just line them up with the things, easy peasy. Boom. There, now we have a nice little, now it looks like the monster is opening their mouth. And perhaps confused by something. But now, that's a fun little, it is on a slope, but that's okay. It's alright. It's quirky, right? The world isn't perfect. Cool. Let's make sure this is watered. Let's just continue our pipes up this way, since we already have this grid formation going. Something like that. Excellent. And then that. One more, I think, should do it for now. Perfect. Awesome. So, let's get services down. We should be okay with trash. Still. Yeah, there's some, yeah. They can easily access that. It's very green. We're going to need... Our average health is actually very low. 69% is pretty not great. We need one over here. We'll put one right on that road. Increase health over there. And they have one there, although not everyone is covered, but, you know, that's rural roads. So, could put it over here, but it's okay. I like to get it to like 75, 76, 77, something like that is generally where I like to live with that. But let's get that down. Let's get a crematorium down. Thinking about the crematorium, perhaps a little more out this direction. Yeah, maybe on the main road, that's fine. In fact, just for, because this is going to be more rural, let's put a cemetery on the other side. Okay, we'll need a fire station, of course. I think just a small station will do for this small little area. Put right there on the entrance to the city, and we'll put a police station, same deal. Excellent. And we'll put a small elementary school, although we do have enough capacity. It will make them happier by putting it here, so I guess we should probably just do it. I'll put that right there, and then we'll put a small playground next to it. Perfect. High school. I'm going to hold off on the high school. We are going to need power over here, though. Which we can connect. Oh, I guess temporarily, let's just connect it to over here. I'm gonna put in some commercial buildings just along here on this side as well. And that should start to jump our power, hopefully. And yeah, they're coming in right now. And this is all going to be residential. Actually, right up to the roundabout, I think, is going to be commercial. I'm not going to zone on the roundabout, but hopefully these all sort of pop in and just sift the power over and connect up to here. That's always the hope, because then you can just eliminate as many power lines as possible. I think that should work. Let's do a little bit more commercial here. More on each side here. There, power should jump. Excellent. And all this is going to be residential. I don't want to zone all of it just yet, but just a little bit. Because if you zone too much at one time, then you start create too many death waves, because all those people will move in at the same time. They will all go to school, live, and die at the same time, and then you'll have, you know, 3,000 people dying at once, and that's just an overload for your crematoriums and cemeteries. Cool. I mean, we didn't do a whole lot in terms of population in this episode, but we fixed some things. We did a little bit of beautification to an area that needed it. And we started establishing a new neighborhood. We started connecting our this neighborhood up and connecting our city after, you know, getting new tiles. Cool. Well, everybody, I think that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching, as always. Really do appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you next time. I think we'll continue to work on this neighborhood. And I think we will, yeah, we'll keep plugging away on this neighborhood and try to get that population up, get some more milestones going. Probably we should get some more public transportation. I mean, there's a million things to do. So one step at a time, though, right? Thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you next time.